1114 is hereby called to order. Also present is Senator Trillanes. We have invited the Vice President to attend this hearing, and I think we have given him sufficient time to appear, and the Chair is convinced that he is not coming. So I will declare a few-minute suspension so we can rearrange the table so that our other resource persons can now join us for our hearing. So hearing is suspended. Okay, session resumed. May I ask Director General Attorney Rudy Kimbo to recognize the resource persons and witnesses present this afternoon. Attorney Kimbo.
Mr. Chair, may I proceed? Currently present are Assistant Commissioner Alexander Juliano, representing Commissioner Heidi Mendoza of the Commission on Audit. Is she here? Kindly take your seat, please. Attorney Dennis Santiago, Executive Director, Government Procurement Policy Board, GPPB. Undersecretary Cecilia S. Alba, Secretary General, Housing and Urban Development Coordinating Council, HATC. Emma Trinidad, Deputy Investigation Division, representing PDDG Leonardo Espina. Attorney Elaine Tan, representing Commissioner Siegfried Mison. Deputy Director Jose Doloiras, representing the NBI, Attorney Virgilio Mendez. From the City Government of Makati, Ms. Vicia Marie Aldon, Head Human Resource Development Office. Engineer Elmer Acuesta, Acting City Engineer. Engineer Waldemar Dabuet, Building Officer. Ms. Annabel Maniego, Head Occupancy Permits Office. Professor Tomas B. Lopez Jr., President of the University of Makati. From STI Holdings, Inc., Dr. Eusebio H. Tanco, Chairman, STI Holdings, Inc., and Mr. Monico V. Jacob, President, STI Holdings, Inc. From Miriras Realty and Development Corporation / Millennium Food Chains Corporation, Ms. Aimee S. Chong and Mr. Kimsfer S. Chong. We also have former Vice Mayor Ernesto Mercado, Attorney Renato Bondal, and Engineer Mario Echanova. I hope I've called everyone.
If we have new witnesses or new appearances, maybe we can administer the oath.
To those who are here for the first time, kindly stand and raise your right hand. Those who are here for the first time. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Thank you. You may retake your seats.
And those who have appeared before us are reminded that you will be testifying under the same oath that you have taken. Okay, just a friendly reminder that this is a joint hearing of proposed Senate Resolution 826 and PSR number 1114, so we may be jumping from one topic to another topic. Now, 826 basically is about alleged anomalies in the city of Makati. And then 1114 is about alleged anomalies in Pag-ibig transactions and in the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. Okay, so we will start now our hearing. Let's pursue first the matter of the whereabouts of two personalities that we have been looking for the longest time. Ms. Ebeng Baloloy. Do we have the immigration here? Okay. But I see, but the nameplate is partially covered. Police Superintendent of the CIDG. You are here, ma'am, because of that? CIDG muna. CIDG, you're here because to report on the efforts to locate these personalities. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, I'm just representing the director of the CIDG and as well as the OICPNP. Any information or order that will be relayed to us will be relayed to them by me po.
Okay. Sige. So we will now ask walang nameplate pa si ano, no? Attorney Elaine Tan of the BID. The source of the information that they are already out of the country is present here. He is right before us. So can you tell us, per BID records, what is the status of the travels of Mr. Limlingan and Jerry Limlingan and Miss Ebeng Baloloy?
As per the BI records, we have 4 entries under the name of Limlingan Gerardo. But based on our sources, the travel record pertaining to the person of interest here is born on April 11, 1942. And based on the BI records, he is in the country. His latest arrival is on October 17, 2003, and there's no subsequent departure. As for Mr. Baloloy Eduvias Dueñas, who was born on October 17, 1950, his latest arrival in the country as per BI travel records is September 6, 2014, and he has no subsequent record of departure.
She. Is that Eduvides?
Eduviges.
Eduviges.
Yes.
So that's a she.
Okay.
So,
Sorry,
what's her
Your
latest
Honor.
arrival?
September 6, 2014, Your Honor.
Senator Trillian.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Attorney Tan, do you know for a fact na nandirito sa Pilipinas yung si Mr. Jerry Limlingan at si Miss Baloloy? Do you know that for a fact?
No, Your Honor, it's only based on the travel records.
Based on
that
the travel
reflected.
records. So, posible na hindi dumaan sa immigration? Kunyari, gusto mong pumuga dito sa Pilipinas, posible ba yon, Miss Attorney Tan?
We're not discounting that situation po, Your Honor, because the Bureau of Immigration only has jurisdiction over our formal ports of entry and exit.
Okay, so posible po yan.
It's a possibility po.
It's a possibility. Ngayon, maari din na gumamit sila ng ibang pangalan, nag-falsify sila, kunyari dumaan man sila sa immigration.
Ang aming lang po alam based on our records, kung ano po yung pangalan na binigay
nila
sa atin.
Okay.
Yun po yung nasa system natin.
So, dahil kasi nagkaroon ng impression, nung nag-release kayo ng statement, na parang alam na alam ninyo for a fact na nandirito sila sa Pilipinas. So, hindi naman pala ganun ang case.
Ang statement po namin, Your Honor, ay based po sa travel records ng immigration.
Okay. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Attorney Tan, so that we can, if legislation can help, plug the loopholes or the informal ports of entry and exit, can you illustrate to us how a person can possibly leave the country without leaving a record with the Bureau of Immigration?
I'm not actually familiar with this, Your Honor, because I'm only familiar with the workings of the BI, of the Bureau of Immigration in our ports. But as far as I know, our country is very porous. We have other avenues for exit and entry because we are an archipelago.
Those traveling by private plane, you can record, that should be recorded, right?
Yes, Your Honor. They are coordinated with the BI.
Hindi po makakalusot na mayroong flight na hindi na record sa inyo.
Bureau's presence is required po to clear the passengers.
That would be all for the Bureau of Immigration. Thank you for updating this committee about the records of Mr. Limlingan and Mrs. Baloloy. Thank you. You can go back to work.
Thank you
Attorney
po,
Tan.
Your Honor.
Okay, so Senator Trillanes has a few questions.
Mr. Chairman, nais ko lang malaman na kung ano ang status ni Mr. Vic Limlingan. Mr. Chairman, I understand that we issued an invitation, but apparently he's not here.
Okay, apparently, Senator Trillanes, neither an invitation nor a subpoena was sent to Mr. Vic Limlingan. So we can understand why he's not here. But if necessary, in the next hearing, we will send him a subpoena.
I'm curious, Mr. Chairman, because our office has coordinated with the Blue Ribbon Secretariat, and I can't understand bakit hindi na-issue yung mga invitation natin or subpoena unless baka nalolooban na tayo, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Trillanes, we will find out why not even an invitation letter was not sent to him.
Well, anyway, I move that we subpoena Mr. Vic Limlingan, Mr. Chairman, just for the record, so that we can ask him about certain matters.
The Secretariat is directed to prepare the subpoena this early, for the next hearing for Mr. Vic Limlingan.
And importante si Mr. Vic Limlingan, Mr. Chairman, dahil base sa ating impormasyon, siya na ngayon ang proxy ni Mr. Jerry Limlingan. So, in constant communication sila. At pati yung kanyang pamangkin na si Mr. Alvin Limlingan. So, maganda na matanong natin si Mr. Vic Limlingan. At the same time, pinag-aaralan na rin natin kung actually we would be requesting the Anti-Money Laundering Council to look at the money trail of the Vic Limlingan's holding company, the Regina Capital, dahil doon apparently pinapark ang pera ni Vice President Binay. At they're using other vehicles like itong TRESDAC na tinatawag, yung alternative trading system. Medyo komplikado, pero makikita yan sa ano. And siguro pati sa PSE, Mr. Chairman, we can ask their expertise dahil ito na ngayon. Nandito tayo sa regime of transparency and anti-money laundering and anti-corruption. So, kailangan interesado tayo where the money is going, anong mga kumpanya. Kasi, I understand, ito si Mr. Vic Limlingan made a very substantial investment, even sa DMCI, to earn him a seat sa board. So siguro makikita natin kung sino yung mga investors ni Mr. Vic Limlingan. So anyway, Mr. Chairman, siguro I'll move to Mr. Eusebio Tanco. Mr. Tanco, are you the original owner of the STI?
No, I bought it from the Lacmans and the Sartes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
In the same way that you're also into this PWU, I understand, right?
Yes, we were creditors, Your Honor.
Creditor. So, doon kayo pumapasok na gano'n. So, meron kayong parang, you're basically a fund manager of some sort? Or meron din kayong brokerage firm?
I'm not a fund manager, Your Honor. The investment in STI was a straight investment into a company. PWU, we are a creditor, Your Honor.
No, ang tanong ko ho is, do you have some sort of a brokerage firm? Or,
Brokerage on what, Your Honor?
well, you tell me.
I have a security brokerage, yes, Your Honor.
Yun naman, alam niyo naman ho kung ano nire-refer ko. And apparently, can you give us the name, Mr. Tanco?
Venture Securities.
Venture Securities.
Yeah.
So is this similar to the Regina Capital? Is it operating the same way, Mr. Tanco?
I don't know about, Your Honor, I don't know about Regina Capital. It could be an investment vehicle, investment company, or a holding company. I don't know. But if they have a security trading license, then it would be the same as venture securities that we can trade in the Philippine Stock Exchange, Your Honor.
So I can imagine you have your own list of investors, right, Mr. Tanco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Meron ho ba mga politiko na nag-invest sa inyo?
No, Your Honor.
May I remind you that you're under oath.
Yes, I
Okay.
know that.
Sige. Well, anyway, makikita naman natin yan in due time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Makikita natin yan. Ako lang, if I were a corrupt politician na investor ni Mr. Tanco, hypothetically, siguro kakabahan na ako. Siguro, it's time to take out
Yes,
those
Your Honor.
investments.
Yes,
So,
Your
I'm
Honor.
sure hindi ka naman matatakot kasi kung wala namang nag-invest sa inyo, so walang mag-ano.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi, padadaanan natin yan ng fine-toothed comb, yung mga ganyan.
I understand, Your Honor.
Understand? So, yun na nga, as I was mentioning, andito tayo sa regime of anti-money laundering. Internationally, that's now the trust. Yung mga kurakot na politiko, dapat the only way, ang only place na mapagtataguan nila ng pera ay dun sa kahadero. Hindi nila pwedeng ipasok yan sa ating financial system. Do you agree to that?
I agree, Your Honor.
Okay, totally.
And we practice good corporate governance. 1, 2, we practice know your customer or know your client practices that we institute.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do until proven otherwise.
Yes.
Until shown otherwise, then there'll be a barrage of lawyers explaining why. Okay. Ngayon, punta tayo dito sa Philippine Healthcare something. Ano ho ba expertise ng STI as far as nursing?
STI, before that, has gotten into the Los Santos Medical College. We run the Los Santos Medical College, and we brought it up from a small nursing college to a huge nursing college. You know, there are a lot of misconception here.
What date, sir? So that we will
That's
be able
in,
to fix
your,
timing.
Mr. Chairman, that was in 2002.
De Los Santos.
Yeah,
Okay.
De Los
Yes, sir.
Santos.
Continue, sir.
And we also took a stake in the Los Santos Medical Hospital subsequently. There are a lot of misconception regarding STI. You know, if you've been keeping track of STI has evolved into a school that offer relevant courses to our students so that we're very in touch with the industry, Your Honor. You know, and there's a big correlation between medical courses and IT, because lately the development has been enhancing the medical course with IT-enabled devices, Your Honor.
Yes, but I asked you about the expertise of STI in relation to nursing as a profession.
Yes, we have.
Can you brief us, brief the committee about it, that expertise?
Our expertise would be Nick,
Your Honor, as Mr. Tanco already
Jacob, okay. Continue.
as Mr. Tanco already stated, our expertise stems from the fact that, one, we have an investment in De Los Santos STI Nursing College. As Mr. Tanco said, we grew it from 100 students to about 4,000 students. Secondly, we had a nursing college also in STI San Pablo sometime in 2002. And we were planning to go into allied healthcare in a big way. Thirdly, we have a company called Global Resource for Outsourced Workers. We are POEA licensed recruitment agency, and our expertise was to bring nurses to the United States. We were partnered with the Adventist healthcare system in the United States based in Maryland, and the Adventist healthcare system operates about 27 hospitals in the United States. Fourthly, at that time, we had Dr. Annabel Borromeo, who was a nurse in the United States, whom we hired in order to provide the necessary expertise for STI through our company called Global Resource for Outsourced Workers. Then we invested in the hospital, De Los Santos, we called it the DLS STI or De Los Santos STI Medical Center. Subsequently, we put up a mega clinic in Mega Mall called DLS STI Mega Clinic. It's a 2,000 ambulatory medical center located in a mall. And we continue to be interested in healthcare, Your Honor.
Okay, so, well, can I ask Professor Lopez, please? Okay, Professor Lopez, kayo po nasa academe. Sino po sa Pilipinas, anong universidad o kolehiyo ang kilala sa nursing?
Marami po. UST.
UST.
UP.
UP.
PLM. Pamantasan ng Lungsod
Okay.
ng Maynila. Marami po.
Marami.
Sam Visayas University. Opo.
Nasa zone ba? Anywhere near the top 25 yung STI?
Wala po.
Wala.
Wala po.
So itong sinasabi ni Mr. Tanco and Mr. Jacob, those are just marketing pitches.
Hindi po. Yung pong what attracted us to STI at that time was one, they had aggressively decided to go into nursing through the acquisition of De Los Santos Clinic. But what really attracted us, kasi ang pananaw namin sa University of Makati, wala hong kahihinatnan yung mga kursong tinuturo kung hindi po tutuon sa pag-iempleyo. What really attracted us to STI at that time was their company called Grow Inc., which had placement capability in the United States. Kasi po ang aming mantra sa University of Makati was to ensure the employment of our students, and that was the principal attraction. Pangalawa po, yung pong si Dr. Annabel Borromeo is a very well-known nursing educator. Siya po ang tumulong din sa amin na magtayo ng mga kurso sa nursing. We wanted to do it not patterned after traditional nursing courses, but patterned after what was the expertise and competencies that were required in the workplace, particularly overseas, Senator.
Okay, so how did this relationship start? Let me address that to Mr. Tanco. Mr. Tanco, kaibigan niyo ba na personal si Vice President Binay?
Personally, friend, yes.
Yes.
personal, I doubt it. No.
Ano po ba yan? So, ano siya? Corporate friend?
No, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I know him as friend. I have many
Yes.
friends in the government. I have
Okay.
many friends in the business sector.
So-
I'm a businessman.
Okay. So, iniintindi lang natin dahil, mahirap lang maisip na itong University of Makati, yung College of Nursing niya, ay pina-outsource niya yung management and operation through another private company na ang kapartner nyo ay STI. Right? Ngayon, sino ang naging presidente nitong kumpanyang binuo na magmamanage nitong College of Nursing ng Makati na private company? Sino po, Professor Lopez?
Ako po.
Kayo rin. Kayo ang presidente ng UMAC. Ngayon, sinasabi nyo that kailangan nyo ng expertise, so kailangan nyo bumuo ng private company para yun na mag-manage. And yet, yung kumpanya na binuo na private, kayo rin ang presidente.
Opo.
So, anong ginawa nyo? Bumili lang kayo ng computer.
Hindi po. Kasi po, para ho maghiwalay yung pagpatakbo ng kabuuang pagpalakad ng university at saka ng nursing, which functioned as a college in the University of Makati, minarapat po ng joint venture na ako na rin ang maging pangulo ng joint venture company para po seamless ang pagkaduktong nung College of Nursing at saka ng University of Makati.
Then, at the same time, meron na consultancy fee kayong binabayad sa STI.
None.
Is that correct? Meron?
Hindi, yung mga accounting.
Well, just to refresh your memory, Professor Lopez, meron on record sa mga financial statements nyo that you're paying consultancy fees to your partner. Okay? Ayusin nyo yung istorya nyo. Magtahi-tahi ko kayo dyan.
Okay, and we have the answer, please.
No, as far as I know,
Are you sure, Mr. Tanco?
yeah.
Because pwede kayong i-contempt dito.
As far as I know, there's none.
Hindi, it's not good enough. You asserted. Dahil andirito sa aming records.
None.
Nagbabayad.
None.
Professor Lopez, do you
Wala
stand by that?
Wala po.
O baka meron lang sa record na binibigay pero kanino napupunta yon?
Wala po, wala.
So,
Wala po sa STI.
kanino?
Doon po sa, we have an accounting firm, CR, and
We are audited by SGV. If that is the case, then we pay SGV an accounting fee.
No, it's not SGV. It's not SGV. Anyway, going back, yung sinasabi nyo na kayo pa rin ang namamahala.
Opo.
Pero ang problema, shareholder dito, si Vice President Binay. Is that correct, Mr. Tanco?
No.
No. Again, sinigurado nyo, na-check nyo ba yung GIS ninyo?
Yes,
Na-
Your Honor.
Na, ano siya, nung sa Philippine Healthcare Educators, hindi siya shareholder?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Lahat yan, ano yan again, I am reminding you, well, can you just consult your lawyers kasi napakasigurado ninyo. Napresenta namin itong mga GIS nito.
I'm sure, Your Honor.
You are sure. Okay.
But so that we will have a more sensible and more accurate exchange, I'm telling Mr. Tanco, he is a shareholder. One share.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, he's
Yes.
here.
I'm
So
I'm
maybe
sorry, Your
you
Honor.
overlook
Maybe.
the one share. Okay. Para,
One share, token share.
yes, sir. But,
As the chair, qualifying share.
But the correct answer is he is a shareholder.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yun na nga sinasabi ko, di ba? Pero kung itong mga nanonood lang, you came in, you were very emphatic, you're very sure of yourself. Sinabi ko, you consult. Hindi, you're very sure. Di ba? Mr. Tangco, dito ho, siguro kung doon sa business circles ninyo, pwede kayo mambola, dito ho, we will not tolerate that.
I'm
Okay?
not making bola, Your Honor. I'm stating
My advice is maybe you can have the documents right before you so that if you have doubts, you can look at your documents.
Mr. Chairman, one share, yes.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
sige. That's the correct answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, si Mr. Jack Arroyo, ito na ngayon yung... asa na nga ba, Mr. Chairman? Si Mr.
Actually, I was looking for Dr. Jack Arroyo. He has been issued a subpoena, which he received previously, ordered to show cause why he should not be cited for contempt. Did not file any response. Hence, the subcommittee will recommend to the mother committee that he be cited in contempt. We will recommend that he will be cited in contempt.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Tangco, since partner siya dun sa merged company, kilala nyo ba si Mr. Jack Arroyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Can you describe to us ano ba si Mr. Jack Arroyo?
Well, he used to be the president of American Eye.
American Eye
Yes, Your Honor.
Center.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, malaki to. Malaking ano ho ito? Healthcare facility. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you,
Your Honor, hang on.
well, I'm asking you, pag sinasabi natin malaki, siguro ang employees niya dapat malaki, ilang nurses. Tanong nyo, you ask muna bago you're sure. Malaki ba itong American Eye Center?
I was introduced to him, Your Honor, and it was recommended by
Yes,
I consulted
Mr. Tangco.
our lawyer.
Yes, but I was asking,
It's
kasi
it's a sizable one, Your Honor.
sizable.
Yeah.
In terms of number of employees, ilan po ito?
I really don't know.
Do you have
Maybe-
any ballpark figure? Kasi you're comfortable enough to say that it's a sizable company.
50 to 100 doctors and lawyers.
Well, let me tell you, dalawa po ang nurse nila na ini-employ. Okay? So, again, ito na naman. You're sure. Ganito. Alam nyo, sinisira niyo yung credibility nyo rito. If ever you really had one to begin with. Pero, in just a few questions, wala na ho eh. Ngayon, anyway, ang tanong dito, bakit nagkaroon ng share si Mr. Tangco dun sa merger ng University of Makati and ng, Dr. Arroyo, ni Dr. Arroyo, ba't siya nagka-share dito sa merger ng University of Makati and ng STI? Joint venture.
We assigned, he bought some shares from the holding of SDI.
Eh di dapat sa inyo. Meron lang kayong...
No, we assigned some shares to him and he invested in SDI. In PhilHealthcare. I think...
Mr. Tangco, again, no? You are a signatory to the joint venture.
Yes, Your
You're
Honor.
aware, no? Ang sabi po rito sa Article 4, you shall incorporate a JVC, Joint Venture Corporation, to be named Philippine Healthcare Educators, Inc. And then sa Article 5, yung ownership structure, the university shall own 40% of the JVC STI and its nominees or assigns acceptable to the university. The STI group shall own a total of 60% of the JVC.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, yun?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
So, interpretation nyo rito, from the very start, hindi dapat 60% ang sa STI? And
It is.
then you are free to assign your 60% share?
We're free to assign part of the 60%, Your Honor.
After incorporation.
After incorporation, Chair.
You know, that's
Even before,
that is the question of Senator Trillanes, that in the incorporation papers, meron na kagad si Jack Arroyo doon, taken from the STI 60%. Paano po nangyari yun?
Your Honor, the subsequent
if I may.
development.
If I may, Your Honor, I think Section 16 of the Shareholders Agreement reads, either party may assign its shares, rights, as well as its responsibilities under this Shareholders Agreement.
Of course, pero ang question ho, bakit siya? Sino siya? Ano siya sa buhay ni Vice President Binay?
Ang alam po namin, we were looking for somebody who was into LASIK technology. And American Eye at that time was in LASIK
Teka muna,
technology.
But that's very convenient, ano? Remember, ang objective is to operate a nursing school. Ba't tayo napunta sa LASIK?
Kasi ho, yung LASIK technology was an upcoming technology.
Come on.
And this is a technology that,
I won't
if you
find
let
that-
me answer, Your Honor.
No. Eh, sa akin kasi, pagka alam kong kalokohan na, hindi ko napapayagan.
Hindi po kalokohan
Teka
yan.
muna, LASIK,
Yes,
College of Nursing. College of Nursing.
This is a technology. The College of Nursing, kailangan din po ng nurses sa facilities ng American Eye.
Kaya nga, ilan ho ang nurses sa American Eye?
Hindi ko po alam.
2 po. Kumbaga, sa akin, alam nyo, hindi kayo pwedeng pumunta dito na may dala kayong isang supot na pambobola and expect to get away with it.
Hindi po kami nang bobola. sir.
Hindi ho. Alam nyo yan. Alam nyo yan. Nagkakatinginan tayo. You can say you're legally covered, but lahat ng mga nanunood dito, alam kung nambobola kayo dito o hindi. Okay, ngayon, ito si Jack Arroyo, the mysterious Mr. Jack Arroyo, is nowhere to be found, just like the other dummies, Ebeng Baloloy and Jerry Limlingan. Andiyan na rin si Mr. Laureano Gregorio. May arrest.
To answer the question of Senator Trillanes, there is already a contempt citation for Mr. Laureano Gregorio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So ito yung in-establish natin dito na pattern. Yung mga dummies, hindi humaharap dito kasi alam nila na hindi nila malulusutan. Okay? So, ganyan. Laureano Gregorio, itong Jerry Limlingan, Ebeng Baloloy, Jack Arroyo, and so on and so forth. Si Mr. Tony Chu, for a while, he tried to put up a front, na-demolish. And they don't want to go through what Mr. Tony Chu went through. Hindi ho pwede yun. Sabi ko nga, siguro sa SEC o sa PSE, kaya nyong malusutan. Pero hindi dito ho, hindi. Talagang relentless po kami rito. Okay? So, well, for now, Mr. Chairman, I will leave this issue until ma-produce natin si Mr. Jack Arroyo at until ma-satisfy tayo fully at mag-decide sila Mr. Tanco and sila Professor Lopez na handa na sila magsabi ng totoo. So until then, antayin nyo lang yung future invitations namin in relation to this topic.
Okay, but looking forward already to the writing of the committee report, no? There are some legal issues which I want the involved parties to address in a memorandum, or a position paper, if you so desire, no, to help this committee. So number one is The University of Makati is a department of the City of Makati. Can it enter into a joint venture agreement by itself? Number one. No? So, Attorney Bundal, let's put it in a position paper na lang. And Professor Lopez. Number two, under the terms of the joint venture agreement, was it proper to have Dr. Jack Arroyo already as an incorporator to the extent of 20% from the very start? Or should it have been a 60-40 joint venture company between STI and the University of Makati? And number three, in the choosing, that's why we have Attorney Santiago here. No? In choosing STI as the partner of the University of Makati, was public bidding necessary or required? Okay, and then the issue of being Dr. Jack Arroyo being a dummy, we need his appearance here. And then, because if dividends, and we do not deny, no, PHEI is a for-profit entity. You made some profits and you distributed to your shareholders through dividends. And it is, you do not deny that Dr. Jack Arroyo received some profits through dividends. No? Okay, so, and if he's a dummy, if the allegation is that he's a dummy, then he did not receive it. Somebody else received it. Yun yung kwento. Okay, but those are the legal issues, no, which would help the chair in resolving the issue and in writing the committee report. In the meantime, that this factual allegation of someone being a dummy will have to be pursued in the next hearing. Attorney Jacob.
We will help, Your Honor.
Professor Lopez, please help us. Kasi I read your ordinance, the City of Makati ordinance, creating the University of Makati, giving it corporate powers. So maybe we can also address that question, whether a local legislative council can form an entity and through ordinance give it corporate powers as if it were incorporated under the corporation code. Okay, so make that part. Please make that part of your position paper or memorandum. So are they free to go? Sige, okay. So, Senator Trillanes, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Andito po yung representative ng COA. Nag-conduct na ho ba tayo ng special audit regarding dun sa joint venture dito sa College of Nursing?
As far as the special services sector, Your Honor, is concerned, there's none yet.
Okay. Baka pwede ho nating kuhan kasi talagang nangangalingasaw ho ng anomalya. At pwede ho bang malaman sa inyo, pwede ba na mag-joint venture ang isang entity na meron din siyang share dun sa corporate entity kung kanino siya mag-joint venture? Pwede ho ba yun?
I cannot make a definite answer, Your Honor. We have to study the facts.
No, Attorney Juliano,
yes,
ano naman to This is not rocket science.
Yes, sir. Apparently, based on my personal views, Your Honor, there might be conflict of interest because they are public officials.
Salamat po, salamat.
But I that's not my definite answer, Your Honor.
Sige po, naintindihan natin. So, baka pwede hong tignan yon kasi nga hindi ho pwede. At alam nyo, dun sa University of Makati, ito yung masakit dito sa lahat ng colleges na iba't ibang profession or iba't ibang fields, subsidized. Pero sa College of Nursing, talagang tinodo nila ang tuition. Isa to sa may pinakamahal na tuition ng nursing. Dito, even sa Metro Manila Standards, or sa buong Pilipinas for that matter. Bakit? Kasi meron silang kapartner na incidentally, ang shareholder dun is si Vice President Binay. So, yun ho ang milagro dito na sana ho makita rin ng COA. Maraming salamat, Atty. Juliano.
we don't have any more questions to regarding the University of Makati STI joint venture nursing issue. So, Mr. Tanco, thank you for your presence. Attorney Jacob, Professor Lopez. Professor Lopez, I've been noting your perfect attendance from the time that you were cited in contempt. So thank you very much for cooperating. So thank you for the three of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And if we know Dr. Jack Arroyo, please tell him we will be asking that he be cited in contempt already. Okay, may I know the status of the Chongs? How come I only see 2 names? How many Chongs have we subpoenaed? 6 Chongs. May we know from Kingsford? Kingsford, you're the kuya or you're the youngest?
I'm the third po.
The third. Where are the 4 other Chongs who have either been subpoenaed or have signed undertakings that they will be present in hearings?
My mother po is continuing her therapy po in Hong Kong. Then the other siblings po are helping her out kasi nung una po kasi nahirapan ho yung youngest na magano kasi may pilay ho eh. So the eldest po came with her. Tapos yung isa ko pong kapatid also out of the country kasi po may pre-scheduled po na ka-meeting po. So hindi po na.
Mother is in Hong Kong for medical reasons and the 3 siblings are out of the country. Okay, did you or did they inform the committee of their whereabouts?
Not yet po, Your Honor. Kasi,
just this time, no? Okay. So I hope you reread your undertaking, yung commitment. The commitment is a promise that you will attend. So even if you have a trip, then there is a hearing, then you have to weigh which will you pursue with your trip or will you fulfill your promise?
Yung sa mother ko po kasi na-receive po niya yung subpoena, nakaalis na po siya. So nung na-receive po ng namin, legal counsel.
Okay, can you just give us proof that that they are really out of the country?
I will send to your office po.
Trillanes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this point, may mga katanungan po kay Ms. Aldon. Okay. Ms. Aldon, can you confirm na kayo po ang head ng HR department sa University of Makati?
I am the City Personnel Officer po, Your Honor, not University of Makati.
Ay, sorry. Makati City.
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor.
So, kayo rin po ang in charge sa bibigay ng o pagpapasweldo ng mga empleyado ng Makati.
No, Your Honor.
So,
the releasing of salaries is under our finance department.
Under finance. Pero aware po ba kayo na si Ms. Ebing Baloloy ay nasa payroll pa rin ng Makati City?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
So active employee siya?
Yes, Your Honor. But she filed her early retirement already, Your Honor.
Okay. Did she do this in person?
No, Your Honor.
No. By proxy, nagbigay lang ng mga dokumento.
I don't have direct knowledge about it.
So, paano ho siya kumukuha ng sweldo?
She filed for an application for leave, Your Honor.
Pero, tumatanggap ba siya ng kinsenas katapusan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Paano ho? Ano ang mode ng pasweldo dyan sa Makati? ATM ho ba kayo o cash?
ATM and cash, Your Honor.
Ano ho ba sa kanya? ATM o cash?
Well, as I said, Your Honor, the releasing of salaries is under our finance department through our cash division.
So, ano ho ang nalalaman nyo regarding the status of Miss Ebing Baloloy? Pumapasok ba siya sa Makati City?
She
Or hindi?
filed her application for leave and it was approved since last year.
Since last year?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, hindi siya pumapasok?
No, because she's entitled to leave credits,
Yes,
Your Honor.
I understand. So, ito ho yan. Hindi siya pumapasok, tapos nagpapasweldo, may nare-receive, may tumatanggap, obviously, ng pasweldo, pero hindi siya personally.
I really don't have direct knowledge because I'm not the one releasing her salaries, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to, I move that we subpoena the documents pertinent to the payroll and the other necessary vouchers for employees. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
The Secretariat is directed to prepare the subpoena ducis tecum, enumerating the said documents.
As well as the invitation to the Finance Department.
And then,
Sino in particular, ma'am?
The head of our cash division is Tess Trinidad po, Your Honor.
Miss Tess Trinidad.
Yes, sir.
Head of the Cash Division of the Finance Department of the City of Makati.
Yes, Your Honor.
Siya po yung nag-re-release ng pasweldo.
There are different cashiers, Your Honor, but she's the head of
She's
the
the
cash
head.
division,
Okay.
Your Honor.
So, pakisabihan na lang ho
Yes.
sa City Hall na mag-ready na lang ho siya doon sa mga katanungan in relation to that and in relation to the ghost employees na ilalabas ho natin sa subsequent hearings. Meron ho ba kayong masasabi about the ghost employees sa Makati? Meron ho ba? O wala?
None, Your Honor.
Wala talaga categorically. Pag hinilera po natin lahat nung nasa roster ninyo, makikita natin yan. Asan ito? Pag pinuntahan natin yan at random, makikita po natin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you're very sure about it. You have personal knowledge about it, Ms. Aldon.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, sige. We will see. We will see po, ano? And in the meantime, we will take your word for it.
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
I pursue the answer of Ms. Aldon that the salaries are given by ATM or cash. How is it? Does the employee make a choice kung he wants ATM or he wants cash?
No, we are still in the process of having our ATM system, Your Honor.
So since in the process pa yon, what is it
Yes,
now? Now, cash.
Now we are about 50% with ATMs, but there are still cards awaiting for approval by the Land Bank.
50% ATM, 50% cash.
Yes.
So,
Your Honor.
but those receiving in cash have no choice. Ultimately, it will become ATM.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, because in an ATM, that means the person has to appear before a bank, diba? To have an ATM because of the know your client rule.
Yes, Your
So,
Honor.
this will also weed out if there are ghost employees. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, they're in transition. So, may I know from Senator Trillanes if he's also requesting for a subpoena for documents related to the search for ghost employees?
well, Mr. Chairman, we already submitted that. We already have that. And I will just be presenting that later on. And pasensya na lang ho kayo, Ms. Aldon, kung yung ipepresent namin would be contrary to your categorical and definitive statement na walang ghost employees sa Makati.
Yes, Your Honor.
Last a few personal questions of Ms. Aldon. Is the name Aldon your married name or maiden name?
It's my married name, Your Honor.
What is your maiden surname?
Peralta, Your Honor.
And the Peralta, you are related to a Peralta in the judiciary?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which Peralta? Marami yatang justices na Peralta eh.
Associate Justice Diosdado Peralta is my brother.
Of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Aldon. Mrs. Aldon. Ms. Aldon, you're free to go because there are no more questions for you. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I think I asked the reason why Yusek Alba is here, Secretary General of the HUDCC, is because we are pursuing the employment status of Ebeng Baloloy with the City of Makati. We ask, in fairness to Ms. Ebeng Baloloy, we also have to pursue the same line of questioning for Mr. Jerry Limlingan, who was reported to us as once upon a time a consultant of the HUDCC. So can you tell us the status of the consultancy or the relationship of Mr. Jerry Limlingan with the HUDCC?
Can I ask permission to leave, Your Honors? Thank you. Thank you po.
Your Honor, Mr. Jerry Limlingan was a consultant of HUDCC from August 2010, even before I came in as SecGen, Your Honor, up to we issued a letter to him in November because since September he has not been reporting to HUDCC or to any of the shelter agencies. So we issued a letter asking him to report within 15 days. And we did not receive any communication anymore.
November of what year, ma'am?
2014, Your Honor.
Happened. What is the status now?
So when we did not receive any communication, Your Honor, the contract was pre-terminated effective September 30, 2014.
Yeah, ma'am, is August what? Of 2010? 2010, August what? What day in August?
I think it's August 1, 2010. Yeah,
okay, so for the record, this is what I get from your testimony. Mr. Jerry Limlingan was the consultant of the HUDCC. Tama po ba yan? Is it the HUDCC ang principal niya? From August 1, 2010 to September 30, 2014. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair. May I just clarify that this contract is renewed every 6 months.
And then how much was his fee?
His rate is 25,000 pesos, Your Honor, per month.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. May any questions? Okay, no more questions for you, Yusek Alba. Thank you for coming. So you're free to go, ma'am. Thank you. Let's have a few minutes suspension.